Hey, welcome to the Pitchability Show. This is episode 10. This is the show where you develop from the ground up. Welcome to the Pitchability Show. We just got done with training groups. Everybody's cleared out of here. Tonight was a night of some firsts. We had not one, but we had 3 guys who hit 90 plus on the gun. So that was fun. Hadn't seen that in the training groups yet. So it was nice to get that. One of the things that I had talked to a couple people about this week was the correct way to throw a cut fastball. So I'm going to cover that, and then Mike Servais and Trent Clausen from Athletes Training Center are going to go over 3 great exercises that they use in their dynamic warm-ups for improved shoulder health. So we're going to cover that as well. So the correct way to throw a cut fastball. First of all, the movement on a cut fastball, I want to make sure that you first understand that. When you're throwing a cut fastball, so a running fastball, so I'm left-handed, running fastball for me, or a two-seamer, is going to move this way. A cut fastball is going to come in like a fastball and then dart back about 3 to 4 inches in a downward plane back towards a right-handed hitter's back foot or jam him. So typically when I would use a cut fastball, it would be against right-handed hitters where I throw a ball middle or middle in where I wanted them to commit, and then at the last second it would get in on their hands just from the cutting action of the pitch. I would rarely throw it on the outside and have it move in because that just wouldn't make sense. It would be moving out towards the middle of the plate. So same thing with righties, just inverse it when you're throwing against lefties. Or if you're a righty throwing a cut fastball, you could throw it right at the right-handed hitter's hip and have it move in that way as well. That would be an effective approach for using the cutter. A lot of times guys think that with a cut you should be seeing a lot of movement, and that's really not the case. That's more along the lines of what you see with a slider or a curveball. A cut fastball should really come in like a fastball and then have a sharp break at the very end, but not a whole lot of movement, not a big sweeping action or a big slider or something like that. It's really just a cutting action right at the end. So if you're throwing your 4-seam fastball here, what I would recommend is putting your fingers together and turning it about 1/4 of a turn, and then making sure that you have your thumb underneath your middle finger or your index finger. And when you're releasing the ball, you're releasing it just like your normal fastball. It's really important that you're not getting around the baseball. That's a lot of times what you see when you see more of the sweeping action with it. Again, you want to stay behind the ball. You're going to offset basically your 4-seam grip so that you have more of the baseball on the inside part. You don't want to have your fingers down the middle of the baseball. You want to have your fingers offset so there's more baseball on the inside piece. And now you're going to throw that just like your normal fastball and really focusing on downward pressure at release, and you should see that good cutting action. So hope that helps. And now I'm going to kick it over to Mike and Trent.
Hey guys, Mike and Trent here with Athletes Training Center. We're going to go over 3 exercises today that we use with our athletes to improve shoulder health. All right, the first one here, Trent's going to be on his hands and knees in a quadruped position, and he's going to do a thoracic rotation. So he's going to rotate his elbow up towards the ceiling and follow it with his eyes. Notice how he's just rotating through his upper back here, and he's keeping his belly button facing the turf the whole time. It's important for overhead athletes to be able to differentiate between thoracic and lumbar rotation. The next one Trent's going to do is going to be a Y and a T. He's going to use a TheraBand here for additional resistance. He's just going to go up to shoulder height on each one, and notice how his thumb is pointed up towards the ceiling on each one. With his non-working hand, he's also pressing into the turf, and he's getting some serratus activation on that left side, which is an often underutilized muscle, important for stabilizing the shoulder blade on the rib cage. The last exercise Trent's going to do is going to be a front plank with a mini band. The mini band serves as resistance, so Trent has to actively press out into the mini band, use his rotator cuff muscles, and he's also getting some good serratus activation as he presses into the turf.
All right, I appreciate Mike and Trent putting that together for us. That's all we have for the Pitchability Show today. Again, if you have a question, you can email me, tom@tomholdenbaseball.com. Send me a message on Facebook, Twitter. We'll get it and we'll answer it on the show. Have a great week.